Kimbangu art in the Americas, meaning Canada, the United States, you have South America in general and Central America as well. You're taking the islands and Brazil, Venezuela, all those countries. So I am here in Kinshasa to connect with my main branch that I do represent in the Americas, and taking this opportunity I would like to basically take a minute to present what we are as Kimbangu art and what are our activity in general in that part of the continent.
My name is Brenda Lumbu. A product of the slave trade that took place in Africa. I reside in Canada, North America, and this is my third visit to the Democratic Republic of Congo, and I actually had an opportunity to visit in Kamba. I think I'm honored to be part of this the culture of Kimbangu art. It has been overwhelming for me to see what can be transpired from the mind into a picture form that will be welcomed in North America, around the world, among the black people, among the European people, Caucasian, Oriental, and the Indian. They love any art that comes from the land of Africa. It's been enlifted. In Canada, it's like an ornament, just knowing that this art or the artist was originated from Africa, and knowing that there's Simo Kimbangu involved. I've been introduced to Simo Kimbangu a few years ago, and my life has been changed since. And I must say, the art has been evolved in so many ways that is a revelation.
Voilà, en ensemble, merci beaucoup déjà à tout le monde qui nous regarde de partout. Denis Oumo, je vous salue partout vos opportunités à Talabiso. Pas trop de commentaires, je vous aime beaucoup. Merci pour la fidélité, merci pour la confiance, merci une fois de plus pour l'amour que vous avez envers nous. En tout cas, cet amour, on ne sait comment l'expliquer, on ne sait comment les dire, si ce n'est que vous dire merci déjà à toutes nos émissions. On ne cessera jamais, jamais de vous remercier. Vous êtes en train de voir derrière moi, il y a les arts, hein, il y a des arts plastiques, en fait des artistes plasticiens, j'allais dire. Nous sommes ici à Maïcha Park. Donc Maïcha Park, c'est un site où et ça, dans le monde de la musique, il y a de grands musiciens qui ont passé par ici, il y a de grands artistes congolais qui ont chanté ici. Mais il y a Maïcha Park, il y a une galerie, il y a un centre d'art Kimbangu. Cela veut dire que dans ce centre, il y a art, il y a Kimbanguiste, on peut dire. Beaucoup de détails, beaucoup d'explications avec des gens qui sont sur place ici avec moi. Mais avant tout, je vous annonce qu'il y a une délégation de l'art Kimbangu qui vit aux États-Unis, qui sont ici présents avec nous à Kinshasa. Je suis venu le voir, je suis venu passer la journée avec, je suis venu parler avec eux. Je pense que non, bien sûr, vous avez vu comment on dit, à faire bien voir comment les gens sont en train de savoir un petit peu là, il y a un petit, comme une fait, j'allais dire, comme une délégation, aussi États-Unis d'Amérique, ici présent ici à Kinshasa. Vous avez dit, voilà, c'est à Canada, j'avais dit, c'est une rectification. Canada-Amérique, c'est toujours l'Amérique en tout cas. Merci à Kevin Bright, merci à vous. On est ensemble. Andy, je vais voir déjà le chef ou le représentant d'Art Kimbangu Canada. Bonjour.
Mbote,
Boni.
Mukekaka.
Je pense que non, vous allez parler en anglais, mais moi avant tout, il va parler en anglais pour permettre à des gens qui nous regardent au niveau Canada de comprendre ce qu'il va dire aujourd'hui. Mais malheureusement, moi je ne connais pas trop l'anglais en fait. On va vous aider à faire une traduction. À vous qui aimeriez peut-être comprendre aussi en anglais, en français, à lingala. Ça fait comment et ça les bino n'engi boye na Kinshasa boye ko représenter plutôt vous êtes des représentants à Art Kimbangu au niveau Canada. Mais avant tout dans linga ou expliquer ba la biso en anglais. On sera un peu petite présentation. Qui êtes-vous en fait?
Okay. ngai kombo na ngai Kiangala na kota en anglais directement pour musalo to sale ezali pona audience ya Amérique en général pour anglais et vandi mingi. My name is Kiangala Lumbu. I am the representative of Kimbangu art in the Americas, meaning Canada, the United States. You have South America in general and Central America as well. You're taking the islands and Brazil, Venezuela, all those countries. So I am here in Kinshasa to connect with my main branch that I do represent in the Americas, and taking this opportunity I would like to basically take a minute to present what we are as Kimbangu art and what are our activity in general in that part of the continent.
Voilà, je pense que non, je comprends un peu là. En fait, quel est le but d'art Kimbangu? But non d'abord aux Aranini na badota la but pour comprendre.
Kimbangu art arose out of a need to expand our cultural awareness, the African culture through art in the world. So Kimbangu art is not only based in Kinshasa. This is the main branch, obviously. We have Canada, we have in Europe a couple of countries where it is represented. So we aim to promote African art and our history, our traditions through what we can express in terms of painting, in terms of sculpture, in terms of the history that we have been witness to, in terms of traditions that Africa has produced for a lot of time now.
Alors ça fait combien de temps déjà depuis Art Kimbangu Bandi? Ça fait combien de temps déjà depuis vos initiatives wana ya créé Art Kimbangu on a kati ya art wana ba artiste bazo exposer ba œuvre na bango ba artiste ba na kati ya domaine ya art, j'allais dire ba Kimbangi, c'est j'allais dire bazo œuvrer ou bazo exposer ba œuvre. Ça fait déjà combien de temps en fait?
It has been a couple of years going on right now. Basically Kimbangu Art is a research center. Not only we promote African tradition, history and culture, we also do provide some kind of training to different artists, you know, film, painting, you know, sculpture. We do train young people to try to instill in them that basic need and understanding of the value of upkeeping our cultures. So we have been around for a couple of years, and we are expanding in terms of activity around the world, holding exhibitions, galleries, trying to basically attract more attention to what Kimbangu art can offer. I understand also that you can hear the name Kimbangu in my expression when I say Kimbangu art. It is because the work that's being done here by our brother Jospin Lohanga, who is basically the main director of this activity, has been inspired by Papa Simon Kimbangu. So we are here working under the umbrella of a very powerful spiritual guide in Kimbangu. So we hope that the message of Kimbangu art, the Center for Research of Kimbangu art, will bring more attention to the name Kimbangu, because Kimbangu is a very important figure for our African history and tradition. Kimbangu has fought for our liberation from the 1920s, when he rose up to stand up against colonization, and we have seen a lot of activity around that figure that we call historical. So we are basically promoting and honoring his name as well as we do our work in the Kimbangu Center for Research.
Voilà. Vous défendez quoi à l'art Kimbangu? Qu'est-ce que vous préservez en créant, j'allais dire, cette structure? Vous défendez quoi en fait?
We defend the continuity of our culture. That's what we defend. Because culture is something that is very important. It's very significant. It's indispensable to have heritage, a cultural heritage. The house you build, the language you speak, the understanding, your mode of thought. It's all a part of a culture. So a people without a culture is basically a people that does not exist. So we take the responsibility to promote our culture, to maintain it, to sustain it, so that we can pass on our ways of customs, our tradition, and also create more inspiration, more renovation into the new world. Because if you don't look back into your past, where you come from, in your culture, in your tradition, in your custom, you may be misled looking forward to the future. So we use this platform as a launching pad into the future. So we ground ourselves in our culture, in our languages, in our names, in our tradition, in our ancestors, so that we can be strong, a strong people around the world today.
Alors, qu'est-ce que les gens pourront retenir aujourd'hui? À la mission des parties dans le monde, retenir ni par rapport à Arkimam, retenir ni par rapport à des centres à Kinshasa, dans le centre il y a Arkimam ici présent là où nous sommes. Avant tout, sur la maman ou exemple le important ou le banana. Qu'est-ce que les gens peuvent retenir?
As I did mention earlier, I am from the Americas, particularly in Canada. My presence here is just to renew that effort to reconnect again to the source. We are here to connect to our ancestors, to connect to the inspiration, to connect to the creativity that is here in Congo. Congo is a land of diversity. A land of multiple, of complex ideas, complex forms and shapes. So coming to the Congo is a renewal kind of experience. You redeem yourself again, touching the trees, smelling the air, trying to move around your people. So all that forms an idea of a culture, of a thoughts that we want to maintain. So we want people to retain this moment as a way to honor ourselves. We have to do that. A people with a short memory is not a people that will last very long. You got to maintain and protect your culture. So we want to give that message out there. We want to send that message, and we also we want to invite others who are not so much versed in our culture. We want to invite them to come in. We want to let them know that we are a diverse and complex people in terms of culture. So please study your culture. Please approach your culture. Please come and join us in whatever way you could to try to bring this work forward. Anywhere an African person should be defending Kimbangu art, whether you're in Congo, in Senegal, in the United States, in Europe, or anywhere else. We should be focusing on uplifting the African culture, and this is one avenue that we're using to do that. And it's something that it's an honor for us to do here at Kimbangu Art.
Voilà, merci. On peut déjà faire appel à maman de venir nous rejoindre ici. Avant tout, je vais déjà dire à la télé, dire à tout le monde que non, la maman dont on veut parler avec maintenant là, c'est parmi de mamans, elle n'est pas une Congolaise en tout cas, mais elle maîtrise mieux l'art Kimbangu, elle maîtrise ça très mieux. C'est parmi de femmes qui sont la descendance, j'allais dire, des esclaves qui étaient partis aux États-Unis d'Amérique. Et aujourd'hui, nous sommes ici à Kinshasa. Merci déjà de rester connectés. Merci de rester branchés sur la chaîne. Vous aurez vraiment des exclusivités là où nous sommes présents. Alors, je pense que non, les gens ont compris en anglais. Les gens qui nous ont regardé ont compris que vous avez voulu parler en anglais. Mais on va faire appel à maman. Si vous pouvez l'appeler, de nous rejoindre ici sur le plateau. Et elle peut venir, mais je pense que vous allez nous aider à faire comprendre. J'ai posé des questions, je vais l'interpréter. Hein. Donc ça va être vraiment mieux. Voilà, vous restez là.
I will be interpreting, so he's going to ask questions. I'll be interpreting for you, and you will answer accordingly.
Alors, la première question, est-ce qu'elle peut nous aider d'abord à se présenter à des gens qui le regardent, qu'elle se présente, elle est qui, elle est venue faire quoi à Kinshasa?
They would like to ask you to introduce yourself. Yeah.
My name is Brenda Lumbu. product of the slave trade that took place in Africa. I reside in Canada, North America, and this is my third visit to the Democratic Republic of Congo, and I actually had an opportunity to visit in Kamba. This is my second time for Mama Milou.
Alors c'est la première fois de venir à Kinshasa.
Yeah.
Alors,
Yeah. How do you feel to find yourself in Kimbangu art, the museum, or about the culture that's expressed here? How do you feel? How does that make you feel?
I think I'm honored to be part of this the culture of Kimbangu art. It has been overwhelming for me to see what can be transpired from the mind into a picture form that will be welcomed in North America, around the world, among the black people, among the European people, Caucasian, Oriental, and the Indian. They love any art that comes from the land of Africa. It's been enlifted. In Canada, it's like an ornament, just knowing that this art or the artist was originated from Africa, and knowing that there's Simo Kimbangu involved. I've been introduced to Simo Kimbangu a few years ago, and my life has been changed since. And I must say, the art has been evolved in so many ways that is a revelation.
Alors aujourd'hui, elles se sentent mieux. Pour lui poser la question, elles se sentent mieux de se retrouver dans l'art Kimbangu. Est-ce que les Oyo et ça les dérangements, il y a changé de culture, à l'ongé la culture naïe et à cause de la culture congolaise, particulièrement dans l'art Kimbangu.
They would like to know if did that kind of bother you to kind of switch cultures almost, like you were born in Caribbean or in America, and now you're integrating in Africa, in the Congo with Kimbangu. How did you manage to handle that?
I've never switched cultures. I've always been African. I'm an African. I've never had been anything but an African. So switching cultures for me is an obsolete.
Marcela,
Alobi iye azali africaine azali kolo mosusu te, donc question ya changer ba culture eza vraiment te, azali toujours moto se sente toujours africaine malgré botama na continent te, donc azali na makila na azali africaine po makila na bakoko na baoti awawa, donc ye azali ko se sentir na mboka na ye epai na ye na mabele na ye.
Alors une dernière question, est-ce qu'aujourd'hui il peut nous dire quoi par rapport à passage à Kinshasa, particulièrement dans les médias Nabiso, et puis en fait croyant tout il y a Kimbangu partout dans le monde, ou peut-être en nationalité mona yetarolo bana bangoni ni par rapport à Mokolale.
What's your message for those in America in terms of what you experience here, Simo Kimbangu art, Nkamba? What's your message to them?
I would say, come, you are welcome. You need to see this, you need to be part of it. We are all Africans. The problem here is not that I have to tell you, the Americans, or the African people among the world, that you are welcome in Africa. We have always been a product of Africa. Anywhere we go in the world, the first question they ask you is, are you African? Because obviously you don't look Caucasian, and you don't look Oriental. You are not Indian. So the next identity that they recognize you with is African. So we know that around the world and in America, Africa is being highly promoted, highly recognized, and it is very important for us to come out to see. Simo Kimbangu was sent as a prophet for the African people, not just for the Congolese people, for the African people, and we need to know that. So my message to you is, be open-minded. willing to accept, like you have done for many other of the religious activities out there. Kimbangu is no different, and it is what you need. What we need today, we need it. So we should all be open and willing to accept it.
Merci beaucoup en tout cas, c'est bien de voir quelqu'un parler des Kimbangu, ça fait plaisir en tout cas. Jean-Andy, tu peux nous aider avec la photo? Il peut prendre la caméra et nous aider avec la photo?
Oh, bien sûr.
Jean-Andy, c'est bon? Tu veux nous aider avec la photo et avant de continuer? Voilà, c'est un plaisir de le recevoir ici à Kinshasa. Je suis vraiment content de l'avoir ici. Alors, elle peut avoir des salutations, donner à des gens et répondre à ton beauté.
You want to greet somebody through the channel? Anybody?
Yes. My wonderful children, Makumbu, Tara, and Bomoi. My parents, Claudius and Cecilia Alexander. And my sisters in the USA of America, Allison, Judy, and there's so many people I need to greet. I want to say I'm overwhelmed. I'm so happy just to be able to be here. My brothers in Canada, in Grenada, my relatives are all over the world. They are all over the world. Most of all, Papa Simo Kimbangu Kiengani. He has been a joy. He has been an inspiration. And beyond the inspiration, he has been an open door of welcoming my husband, my entire family into the Kimbangu's culture. I want to say thank you. Thank you to the artist who has given us this opportunity to promote his art, and not just promote it, but to say that it is something that we all need to be part of. I'm open, and I just want to say how overwhelmed. Merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup, tu peux aller t'asseoir. Merci beaucoup pour aller t'asseoir. Merci beaucoup.